Technology has totally revolutionized dairy farming. Fast Milk gives us the tools to provide high quality standard of milk, making sure our equipment is all well taken care of, make sure that those animals are housed and cared for appropriately. They continue to push us with their standards to make sure that it just gets better and better.
Welcome back into the Moose Jaw Event Center, where the Warriors are celebrating a 3-1 win over the Prince Albert Raiders. And as always, the Raiders made it hard on the Moose Jaw Warriors here tonight. But in the end, a couple of late goals from Atlee Calvert and Lyndon Lakovich, just 24 seconds apart, gave the Warriors the victory here in this one tonight. It was a back and forth hockey game, but the Warriors skate to the 3-1 win. I'm Marc Smith. Welcome to the post-game show here on IKS Media Warriors Live. We have plenty to go over. We'll have your out-of-town scoreboard, as well as the Connexus save of the night, the 3 stars, and the scoring summary. We'll also hear from Warriors head coach Mark O'Leary. But let's start by recapping this hockey game here tonight. After a scoreless first period, which saw the Warriors outshoot the Raiders 14-5. Moose Jaw with a lot of pressure in that opening frame. But it was neither side was able to break through in the first period. But it was Jagger Firkus, 2:12 into the second period with a power play goal, his 38th of the season, putting the Warriors in front 1-0 after after 2 periods of play. Then, with the Warriors back on the power play just before the midway point of the third period, it was a mishandled puck behind the Warriors' net, and Harrison Lodwick jumps all over it, gets his 5th of the season, a shorthanded goal, just the second shorthanded goal that the Warriors have given up this season, and that ties the hockey game with 12 minutes to go. But the Warriors found a spark, and that came from the Moose Jaw product. Atlee Calvert, his 29th of the season at 11-14, drives down the wing, and a great shot over the far side glove of Nathan Preston, and puts the Warriors in front at that point. Then just 24 seconds later, it's Lyndon Lakovich with his 11th of the season at 11:38, and giving the Warriors a little bit of cushion going into the final few minutes of this hockey game, and allowing them to pick up the 3-1 victory here over the Prince Albert Raiders tonight. So big win for the Warriors as they won their 12th game in the last 14, bounced back from last Saturday's loss in Medicine Hat. It's also Jackson Unger's 11th straight win between the pipes for the Warriors. He's now at a career-high 25 wins, leading the Western Hockey League in that category. So big victory for the Moose Jaw Warriors here tonight. Let's head down to the Warriors locker room, where I'm being joined by head coach Mark O'Leary after this hockey game. And Coach, the Prince Albert Raiders always make it tough on you guys, but how'd you like the way your team kept battling and kept finding ways to generate opportunities and eventually break through with those 2 late ones in the third period?
Yeah, I think we knew what to expect with PA. We've played them 8 times now, and it's been no different the previous 7. They make you work for every inch of ice, and really it was going to come down to puck battles tonight, whether it was along the boards, net front, face-offs. I just thought all those areas were most important. And, by the end of the game, I thought we won our fair share and gave our skill a chance in the end. But hard-fought game, and proud of the group for this one.
Is that something that you guys can build off? Just the fact that when games do get tough, this team has the ability to battle through those tight checking games?
Yeah, I think you have to find ways to win different type of games. We've seen the ones against Swift Current's a bit of a track meet, a little bit looser, but I think we can play those games if we need to. But we also have to play this playoff style hockey and win the game between the dots. And I thought we did a real good job there. We certainly weren't intimidated by that style of game. And again, I thought it was a gutsy effort. We got some quality shifts from all four lines here and 6 defensemen.
Lyndon Lakovic, he's been kind of a Swiss Army knife over the last little bit, bouncing up and down the lineup. It looked like he had a really strong game from start to finish here tonight and really was able to get his legs going early in the game and then get rewarded with that goal late in the game.
Yeah, I thought before I jumbled the lines up a little bit, I thought that was our best line with Savoy, Calvert, and Lakovic. And Lack's a creative player, and when he's at his best, he's making plays, he's using his speed, and he's a guy that players like to play with because of those reasons. And I thought he had a real good night. I think he's playing good hockey right now. And again, he's if you call him a bit of a utility player right now, he's that's a credit to him. He can play with everybody. He can play in different situations, but he's playing good hockey right now, and he's a big part of our group.
This was a tough battle here tonight, expecting probably a similar kind of game tomorrow night when you guys face off with the Red Deer Rebels. How do you build off this one going into that one?
Yeah, if you're looking for a team to play right before you play Red Deer, this would be it. I think it'll be much of the same tomorrow. I know Red Deer, they're on a bit of a heater right now, and a big part of their game is down low below the dots. They take pucks hard to the net, they bang away, and we'll need to be ready. We'll need to defend first and foremost, but willing to check in those tight areas. And again, it's going to be a game between the dots. We'll need to be ready.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us here tonight, and congratulations on the win.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you to Warriors head coach Mark O'Leary for joining us here on the post-game show. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have your 3 stars of the hockey game, the Connexus save of the night, and we'll wrap up with the out-of-town scoreboard. That's next on IKS Media Warriors Live.
Hit the road, Sask, and always come back to see more and more and more and more. Hit the road, Sask, and always come back to see more. Hit the road, Sask, and always come back to see more and more and more and more. Hit the road, Sask, and always come back to see more. And more and more and more and more and more. And more and more and more and more and more and more and more. Yeah!
Welcome back into the Moose Jaw Event Center as we continue to make our way through the Warriors' 3-1 win over the Prince Albert Raiders here tonight. Let's take a look at the 3 stars of the hockey game, and it was Nathan Preston with the 3rd star. He was had a solid game between the pipes for the Prince Albert Raiders, making 31 saves. He is your 3rd star of the night here in this one. Atlee Calvert played a hard physical game throughout the night and got rewarded with a goal late at 29th of the season, and that put the Warriors in front 2-1. That was the eventual game-winning goal. He is your 2nd star. And Lyndon Lakovic with a strong game from start to finish. You heard Warriors head coach Marc O'Leary talk about what he brought to the table here in this one for the Warriors, and he gets the insurance marker, plays a strong game as well through start to finish, and he gets the 1st star here tonight with his 11th of the season being the insurance goal for Moose Jaw in the 3-1 victory. So Lyndon Lakovic is your 1st star of the hockey game here tonight. Jackson Unger wasn't a star, but he made 27 saves on the night for his 11th straight win, 25th win of the season. And let's take a look at his best save of the night. It came early in the hockey game. Here's the Connexus save of the night.
Stanek trying to go 2-on-1. Stanek comes
Prince
right
Albert
circle.
breaking in.
Backdoor glove save
Goes
made
post
by
to post.
Jackson Unger.
Makes a big stop there on O-ring. Did Jackson Unger. Sprawling out for that big stop. Getting a pad on it and keeping the Warriors level with the Prince Albert Raiders at that point early in the hockey game. And then eventually making some big stops late as well to preserve the 3-1 victory. That is your Connexus save of the night here in downtown Moose Jaw. Let's take a look at the SAS Lottery's out-of-town scoreboard to wrap up things here. It was a busy 10-game slate in the Western Hockey League tonight. In Brandon, the Wheat Kings out in front 4-1 on the Red Deer Rebels. Just a minute left in that hockey game as the Brandon Wheat Kings look like they're going to hand the Red Deer Rebels a 4-1 loss. In Regina, the Broncos out in front 3-0 on the Regina Pats. A couple of goals there in the third period for Swift Current to extend their lead. They're still about midway through that third period there. Saskatoon has scored twice in the third period as well, and they are on their way to a 5-2 win over Medicine Hat. So big victory there for the Saskatoon Blades. Fraser Minton with both a pair of goals. Igor Sidorov with a couple as well in that win for Saskatoon. Calgary is out in front 4-1 on Edmonton. All 4 goals for Calgary coming in the first period. They're late in the second period of that one. Moving over into the Western Conference, the Wenatchee Wild and Kamloops Blazers, they are scoreless. That game late in the first period. Portland is out in front 3-0 on Kelowna, also midway through the first period. Vancouver, they're actually tied now with Prince George at 1-1. That game midway through the first period of play. Everett out in front 2-0 now on the Spokane Chiefs, also midway through the first. And just before the midway point of the first period, it is Victoria up 1-0 on Seattle. There in the final game of the 10-game slate. Also, Connor McDavid walking away with the big prize in the NHL All-Star Game Skills Competition, winning $1 million in the All-Star Games Skills Competition as he takes top spot. So the All-Star Game for the NHL will go tomorrow night in Toronto. Warriors will be back on home ice here tomorrow night as they will battle the Red Deer Rebels in a big showdown. Moose Jaw now even with Red Deer for third place in the Eastern Conference and just 2 points back of Medicine Hat for second spot. So the Warriors looking to climb up the standings after this big win here over the Prince Albert Raiders tonight, and they'll try to keep it rolling tomorrow against the Rebels. We'll be back with your pregame show here on IKS Media Warriors Live at 6:45, and you can get tickets to tomorrow night's game at mjwarriors.ca. We'll have all your action on WHL Live and pregames and postgame shows on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. But the Warriors skating to a big 3-1 win over the Prince Albert Raiders here tonight. Thank you for tuning in on IKS Media Warriors Live.